second portion of our meeting. It's the table topics portion. We get to practice impromptu, off-the-cuff speaking. I have prepared some questions, and before I go into that, I would like to ask Missy for the time parameters.
So for table topics, 1 to 2 minutes, you'll get green at 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and 2 minutes, red at 2 minutes.
Thank you. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get started, but before I do, I wanted to ask our guests, if you are called upon, are you guys open to giving it a shot?
Sure.
Yes. Good. All right. Let's start off with you, Dulce. Okay, my first question. The definition of peace can mean tranquil.
Good one.
Good shot.
Rick, tell me how you create tranquility in your own life, work or personal.
How I create peace and tranquility in my personal life, I can tell you about that because I'm able to do that more often because I'm in more control of my personal life. One of the things I like to do at least twice a month is to go to a spa and have a massage.
Twice a month.
It is the only way to go, and I enjoy all parts of it, from the preparation when you get to do a hot tub or a steam and you just get all the toxins out and you just really relax and you become just kind of jellyish. Where you're enjoying the steam, you're enjoying the solitude, and then as you're ready and the time comes when they call you to come down to your room, you get to go down and you just flop on the table and it's like, okay, hopefully I won't snore while I'm sleeping, but I will relax. And I have to say that that is the way that I find tranquility in my life, in a peaceful, calm way, in a personal way.
Thank you. Now every time I think of you in a tranquil state, I'm going to see a jellyfish. All right. Peace, love, and happiness. Hippies, tie-dye, disco. Very popularized phrase from the 70s. Sarah, what is your favorite decade, era, or time period?
Thank you, MaryJane, for that question. Brings to mind some old-timey English scenarios that I've had up here for table topics. But when I was younger, I always thought that I wanted to live in the 60s and experience that peace and love. Now that I'm a little bit older, I think maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't do so well. I watched this movie called Midnight in Paris, which is an Owen Wilson movie where he kind of time travels back in time to Paris in, I think, first the 50s and then the 40s and 20s. And the whole point of the movie was each generation always thinks that the generation before had it better. And he found each scenario more charming. And so I think maybe after watching that movie and going to Paris that I would like to go to Paris in maybe the 20s and see the city as it was back then. Thank you.
Oui. Okay, let's move on. Crispin, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah? Okay. So Independence Day is a holiday that celebrates the peace after the American Revolution. How did you spend your 4th of July? Tell us.
Okay. So for 4th of July, it was pretty interesting. I woke up, I started a new training program where I have to eat so many carbs a day because I'm doing carb cycling, and I had to wake up, and yesterday was the beginning of back day because I'm breaking out workouts over the course of the whole week. So I was already sore from Monday's routine and also had to do cardio. So I ran to the gym, did that early in the morning. Afterwards, I had to run around and buy the things I didn't buy to eat for my fitness plan for the rest of the week. And what ended up happening was I was still sore from the Monday. I was really struggling, waddling around. One of my friends came down from Hollywood and basically went to get ramen after I finished driving around and getting all the stuff I needed, and I cooked a little bit. We went to the place in Gardena, Hakata Ramen. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's how I say it. And basically, oh, is that it? Oh, I'm sorry. And after that, he doesn't like the sound of fireworks, so we were at my place, but then we went to Hermosa Beach. We went walking around there, looking at the different fireworks. He had on shorts because it's super hot in that part of LA he was in. So we had to like run inside a cafe for a little bit, then we walked around. So we walked up and down the beach for like an hour. Then went home, then I fell asleep after drinking some great casein, whey protein, because I was super sore.
I was gonna say, you know that it's a day off. You started.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't take a day off. Okay, peace after the American Revolution. That's what Independence Day is. Tell us about a time that you tried to make peace with someone in your life. Aaron. Get ready.
Peace is good. I am a very tranquil guy, you guys can probably tell. However, there are some times in which I have to turn up. And when I do this, because I appreciate tranquility more than untranquility, which is a word, I promise you. Two, I've already looked it up, by the way. Because of that, I tend to try to smooth things out when I can. I tend to think that when you harbor something in, it's like poison meant for someone else, but it really only gets you, and they don't get it until you've given it. But a lot of times that doesn't even always happen, but you've got me. Anyway, my sister. I don't really like my sisters too much, to be honest. But I will speak about this. My sister did something to me that really disappointed me, and I decided that, you know what, rather than being angry about it and just harboring that poison, we're adults now. We're grown. I mean, I'm the only uncle. I'm running this family. So because of that, we need to make sure that some things are in line, you know, and, you know, I'm the type of person, you respect yourself and everyone around you. I don't care who you are, whatever. You're going to respect me because I'm going to respect you. And I I called a family meeting and tried to increase the camaraderie and tranquility amongst our family. It didn't work. Because, you know, my sisters are crazy. And you guys are going to hate me for this, but they are rosé drinkers. if you catch my drift. They drink rosé on their birthday, okay? Anyway, with that, I'd like to bring it up for
Case in point.
Not too many tranquil moments with you around, Aaron. Okay. Okay, I have another question somewhere. Listening to music can bring about peace. Dulce, do you prefer the radio or music streaming?
Thank you.
Thanks. Good luck.
So, do I prefer radio or music streaming? It actually depends on my mood. If I wake up with a purpose to, let's say, conquer a workout and not be tranquil, I can put on some EDM music either through Spotify and it'll just play without any interruptions, unless you don't have a membership. But I do love radio when it's a long road trip, or if I'm in a different city, radio stations are different. I know that there are more hip hop stations in certain parts of the city or certain states, or let's say bachata. Bachata is not a word. Latin bachata. Excuse me. Like Latin music in Miami. But the radio can also be a place of news. If you don't have time to just check your Facebook or Instagram, you can switch to a different radio station, and I know it's off topic, but you can still listen to news. But I guess the problem with streaming is you don't have control. It's the songs that just come on, and you just kind of have to deal with it. But unless you press play and then a couple more times, you can get the song that you want. But radio stations, I think, cultivate a culture within themselves that I tend to appreciate. So like smooth jazz station or an oldie station. I like listening to the DJs as well. That's something that streaming doesn't have. And that's, I guess, my last thing that I want to say.
You brought up things I didn't even think about. All right. My last question. Holding up your hand in a fist and holding up your middle and your ring finger forms a peace sign, widely recognized as a type of greeting. James, do you know any sign language, or have you ever tried to learn?
Thank you, Table Topics Master. Wow, that was a very interesting question that you asked me. No, I haven't tried learning sign language at all. However, I do enjoy seeing people when I go to church doing sign language to accommodate those who cannot hear. But let's talk about my 4th of July weekend yesterday. I left Maryland at 7 a.m. to travel to San Francisco at a 3-hour layover. Flew to Los Angeles, caught an Uber back to Culver City where I live. And then I drove to West Hollywood to my friend. He was having a cookout at he had a cookout on his rooftop at his apartment complex. And then I enjoyed watching fireworks. Washington, D.C. has great fireworks, but to be able to sit at a rooftop and look over the Los Angeles city and just see fireworks in every direction you look was phenomenal. And it was a tranquil day.
Thank you for answering my other question.